home. There has been another breach of presidential security, this time in Atlanta. The Washington Post reports that a security guard with a gun got on an elevator with President Obama during his visit there 2 weeks ago. It turned out the man also had 3 convictions for assault and battery. A supervisor fired him on the spot, and that is when agents discovered that he was armed. Lawmakers from both parties went after the head of the Secret Service today over security breaches at the White House. Julia Pearson was grilled for 3.5 hours and said she takes full responsibility. Pearson had hardly settled into her seat before House Oversight Committee Chair Darrell Issa bore in.
This failure was once again tested the trust of the American people in the Secret Service, a trust we clearly depend on to protect the president.
Everybody out right now.
The failure in question came when Iraq War veteran Omar Gonzalez jumped the White House fence on September 19th and made it well inside the mansion. Today, Pearson, a 30-year Secret Service veteran, issued a mea culpa.
It's clear that our security plan was not properly executed. This is unacceptable, and I take full responsibility, and I will make sure that it does not happen again.
What's publicly known about what happened has changed dramatically in the 11 days since the intrusion. The Secret Service initially said Gonzalez sprinted across the front lawn and past a guard booth and dogs, but was stopped just after entering the north portico door. It is now known that, in fact, he continued to run through the central hall and into the ornate East Room before he was tackled by an off-duty Secret Service agent who, it turns out, just happened to be there. The Secret Service has said agents showed tremendous restraint and discipline in apprehending Gonzalez. But Republican Jason Chaffetz of Utah argued today that is nothing to be proud of.
I want it to be crystal clear. You make a run and a dash to the White House, we're going to take you down. I want overwhelming force. Would you disagree with me?
I do want our officers and agents to execute appropriate force for anyone attempting to challenge or breach the White House.
There were also questions about why agents failed to take action after Virginia police found guns and a map with the White House circled in Gonzalez's car in July. Massachusetts Democrat John Tierney.
You didn't take any action. You didn't have him arrested. You didn't have him continue to be under observation, did you?
Mr. Gonzalez, at the time, denied any interest or any intent to harm anyone. He indicated that his information relative to the map in his car was given to him by another individual who had recommended places in Washington, D.C. to sightsee.
Pearson was also asked to explain revelations in the Washington Post that it took the Secret Service 4 days to realize a gunman hit the White House 7 times back in 2011. Maryland Democrat Elijah Cummings cited one of several agents who decided against contradicting their boss's view that the shots were not directed at the White House.
She did not challenge her supervisors for fear of being criticized, she later told investigators. Now, Director Pearson, as a former field agent and as the head of the agency, that has to concern you tremendously. Is that right?
Yes, sir, it does. It's unacceptable.
But another Massachusetts Democrat, Stephen Lynch, charged that Pearson's overall responses were simply evasive.
And I wish to God you protected the White House like you're protecting your reputation here today.
Let me be clear. The United States Secret Service does not take any of these incidents lightly. They are all of extreme...
With all due respect, that's my point. If, as a casual observer to what has happened here, I don't think the Secret Service is taking their duty to protect the American president and his family at the White House. I don't think you're taking it seriously.
Still, the White House said again today the president is confident the Secret Service will implement any reforms needed. The accused fence jumper Omar Gonzalez was indicted today on federal and state charges.